Hello and welcome back, YouTubers, to another episode of Pokemon Theories. I'm your host, Protomario, and this is the show where we discuss theories ranging from Red being a ghost to why the heck Jinx looks the way she does. Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Protomario, and today's Pokemon Theory is going to be over how Pokemon don't kill humans. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pokemon don't just murder humans. An Eevee doesn't just go on a killing spree, and you can't die from hugging yourself a Squirtle. Well, more or less, those statements may or may not be right as long as those Pokemon don't have rabies or Pokerez. Anyways, back to the subject at hand. Pokemon, in general, are not lethal to humanity, although they have the destructive force that could possibly rule or destroy the world, as Mewtwo so eloquently put it. Pokemon, they in themselves, really don't have too many motives to do anything on their own. I mean, seriously, how many times have you seen a forest on fire because a Charizard was trying to catch a Pidgey for dinner? It doesn't really happen. So, the real issue I'm trying to address here is that some of the Pokedex entries conflict with how humans interact with their Pokemon. Once again, I'm mainly sticking to the games, and I'm not really mentioning anything concrete, I'm just leaving it out there. It's the fact that there's a little bit of anime mixed in with this. My best example is Muck. It is just a pile of toxicity. Muck is nasty. I mean, seriously. Do you guys know of another Pokemon that is basically just built up of... Oh, yeah, you do. How about coughing? How about wheezing? How about Garbodor? But seriously, Muck... Oh, my lord. Just from red and blue alone, it is thickly covered with a filthy, vile sludge. It's so toxic, even its footprints contain poison. Yellow, it smells so awful, it can cause fainting. Through degeneration, it's lost its sense of smell, and in Stadium, becomes indistinguishable if it hides in dirt. Touching its sludge-covered body causes horrible poisonings. Now, why am I using Muck as an example? Well, it's simple, guys. In an episode of the anime, several episodes, Muck hugs, touches, etc. Ash, Professor Oak, and other Pokemon. Think about this for a second. Muck's body touching something causes extreme poisoning. A Pokemon that would be prone to poisoning, as in a not poison type, and touching Muck would cause serious damage to that Pokemon, and potentially would kill them pretty quickly. It is a horrible, toxic liquid. That's all it is. It's made up of Grimers. Its slime contains poison. How does a Pokemon trainer touch a Pokemon like this? Sure, there are other Pokemon like Charizard. How does one control a raging dragon that has the capability of lighting fields and fields on fire in seconds? And, you know, other Pokemon like Gyarados that can destroy cities in its rampage. How do trainers survive around Pokemon like this? Honestly, the question isn't so much as how does a trainer control a Pokemon like Gyarados from destroying the world, but rather, how does a trainer prevent themselves from becoming poisoned by touching a Muck or accidentally stepping in their footsteps? Think about it for a second. I mean, really, if a Muck is so poisonous that if you touch it, you get extremely poisoned, how does a trainer do and have any physical contact with it? We've seen it. Professor Oak gets slammed by it, Ash gets slammed by it, other Pokemon get slammed by it. So how did they not get poisoned? Again, I'm trying not to refer to the anime, but that's my main example. But let's say you have yourself a Fire-type Pokemon, and many Fire-type Pokemon are so hot they emit an aurora that causes a boiling point. So how in the world do you last around a Fire-type who just literally has such heat inside them, it's hot enough to melt steel? It's a good question, and I currently only have one theory. But hey, it's Pokemon theory, so let's discuss it. My only theory is that Pokemon are able to control themselves. While muck in itself could be a completely different theory, there are a multitude of things I have to ask about it. But that's for another day. However, I do believe that muck and Grimers are able to control themselves. Same with coughing and wheezing. Though coughing and wheezing levitate from the gases they emit and things of that nature, I do believe they have the ability to control the toxicity levels that they release within their poisons and their gases to prevent them from killing their trainers. Now, the question is, if you had a bad trainer, would your muck turn on you and kill you? I'm not sure if that is a plausible thing or not. I'm not sure if that's even ever happened. But the point is that the conflicting Pokedex entries definitely make muck a curious specimen and present the question, how do Pokemon trainers not get hurt by their own Pokemon? So guys, if you have a response for this, please leave it in the comment section below, or if you're brave enough, make a video. But just think on it real hard before you comment, because there have been examples of trainers being hurt by Pokemon, Ash Ketchum a primary example, and there have been examples of trainers not getting hurt by Pokemon. Ash, again, a prime example, getting hugged by his muck. I'm Protomario, and I'm signing out. Thanks for watching, guys.